Hello, 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 hello. Started recording. Okay, check the answer to homework question. Okay, see in the first question what they given. Mr. Saxena furnishes following details. Calculate his taxable income from other sources for previous year 24-25. In that, see first point is winnings from horse race. Winnings from horse race is taxable or exempt? Taxable. Okay. Then rent from letting out building along with plant and machinery and furniture. See whenever you find building plus other asset combined, it is composite rent. And 9,000 is per month, so you will multiply by 12 months. So that comes to 1,08,000. Fully taxable outer column. Okay. Dividend from PQR Limited, fully taxable, outer column 20,000. Award from Lions Club. See, award is exempt only if it is from government. But this is not from government. This is Lions Club, so it will be taxable. So you will write this amount in the outer column. Okay. Then fees for attending board meeting. Now see, when you saw this point, you might have thought, sir didn't teach this point. But then what did I say in the last lecture? Any new income you come across which I have not taught you, it is taxable. My keyword is also what? D, W, Ramu, Fakir, G, etc. So you can take this in etc. By the way, you know what is this? Board of directors, when they attend the meetings, every director gets some fees. That becomes an income for the director. And that is fully taxable, even that is income from other sources. Okay. Then agriculture income in Pakistan. This is India or foreign? Foreign. So it will be taxable. Then income from units of UTI, taxable. Dividend from foreign company, taxable. Then as a member of parliament, he received salary of 8,000 per month, daily allowance of 20,000. See how to present this. Look here. I will show you the presentation of this. It is better to present like this. See, while I am discussing the answer, don't just see the final answer, also see the presentation part. At least here I would advise to present like this. There is no hard and fast rule. You can do it some other way also. So salary 8,000 into 12, 96,000. And daily allowance is exempt under section 10, 17. Okay, so that I have put dash. Then next was amount received from life insurance policy, fully exempt. So you will put dash under section 1010D. Then income of his minor children. Minor children income is exempt up to 1,500 per minor child. So for the first child, income is 7,000. So 1,500 exempt, balance will be taxable, 5,500. Exempt under section 1032. And second child income will be fully exempt, because it is within the limit of 1,500. See, presentation would be like this. For first son, I have written in the inner column. And then deducted 1,500. And second son's income, I have directly put dash. Why? Because it is fully exempt. See, maximum 1,500 means up to 1,500 anything is exempt. If it goes beyond, then extra amount will become taxable. So check the total. See, this way the answer should look. You can verify the solution from here also. Your final total should be 3,82,500. Getting 382,500 taxable income from other sources. Then what was the next question? Question number 2 we did. Question 3 was the homework. Okay. Question 3, see fast. As a member of parliament, he received salary. This will be taxable. 10,000 into 12, 1,20,000. And daily allowance will be exempt under section 10, 17. So you will have to put dash. Then rent from letting out building along with plant and machinery. Now building plus other asset, composite rent. So presentation, just check the presentation of this. Wait, this is question number 3. So first you will see this, you should have done like this. Composite rent, inner column 2,40,000, less deduction under section 57. See how I have done. Wherever I am using red pen, you also use red pen. Then repairs, maintenance, depreciation, these are the expense. Outer column 1,75,000. Okay. Then next point was agriculture income in India. It is exempt. So what to do with expense? Ignore. What is our rule? Taxable income, deduct the expense. Exempt income, ignore the expense. So this is exempt income, so ignore the expense. This will directly come dash in the outer column. Okay. Exempt under section 10(1). Then do one thing, in your question, circle this interest, interest, interest. Circle the word interest in all 3 points. Can you tell me why I am asking you to circle the word interest? The moment you see interest, what should come to your mind? Gold bonds, POSBA, PPF Sukanya. Gold bonds, POSBA, PPF Sukanya. If that is the interest income, it will be exempt, otherwise taxable. So see, first one is interest on bonds of Z-Tech. Is it gold bonds, POSBA, PPF Sukanya? No, taxable. See, they will put anything. Don't go as per the sum, go as per our system. In the question, they will put anything to confuse you. Questions are meant to confuse you. But you should not get carried away by the question. You should be firm and confident about our theory. Okay. Now you should not wonder, sir, you didn't teach this bonds of Z-Tech. You didn't teach this about debentures. See, what I have taught is anything other than GPS will be taxable. So this is also not in GPS, this is also not in GPS, both are taxable. But PPF is from GPS, exempt under section 10(11). So check the answer. First 2 interests were taxable and the third one was dash, exempt under section 10(11). Correct? Then family pension after the death of his wife. See, whenever family pension, you should always take standard deduction, 1/3 or 15,000, whichever is lower. But you should check, is he army employee or general? General. Then only standard deduction. For army employee, it's fully exempt. You put a dash only. So see, this is normal employee's family pension. So see how I have shown. First in the inner column, 60,000. Less deduction under section 57, 1/3 or 15,000, whichever is lower. So what is lower? 15,000. Outer column, 45,000. See, you have to solve the homework sums. Then only you will get confidence. Okay. If you are copying here from with me, then you will never get the confidence. But when you do it on your own and when you get the answer right, you get confidence. And in case you make a mistake, you learn from a mistake. Then dividend from foreign company. Okay, there are some expense given, collection charges. Tell me, dividend income, what is the deduct all expense or deduct only one expense? Only one. That is interest on loan. This is not interest on loan. So you have to ignore this collection charges. Okay. So dividend will come directly in the outer column, 9,500. Then in the question there was royalty income and there was expense. Here you will minus. General rule is what? Any taxable income, deduct the expense. So royalty is a taxable income, so deduct the expense. So 33,000 in the inner column, less 5,000 expense, 28,000. Then there was life insurance policy, that is exempt. Then winnings was there, all that was normal. So what is the total? 4,52,500 taxable income from other sources. Then question number 4. See, in that first point was what? Winnings from card games. Winnings taxable. Okay. Then directors meeting fees, taxable, because this has not come in our keyword of DW Ramu Fakir, so it is taxable. Then bank interest, wait, here you, it is our customer. Whenever we see interest, circle it. Whenever we see interest, circle it. You also do. Because the moment you come across interest income, what is our rule? Gold bonds, POSBA, PPF Sukanya. Gold bonds, POSBA, PPF Sukanya. So search in that. So first is bank interest. It is not in GPS, so it will be taxable. Other is POSBA. It is from GPS. Exempt up to 3,500 under section 1015. Then what about interest on deposit with cooperative society? Taxable. It is not in GPS. Just see the presentation. Winnings, directors, board meeting fees, bank interest, POSBA presentation is like this, and cooperative society interest 600 taxable. Total is 8,900. Getting? Then next question was question number 5. First was as a member of parliament he got salary and daily allowance. Salary taxable, daily allowance exempt under section 1017. Then dividend from cooperative society. See, dividend income is always exempt. Sorry, always taxable. Sorry. Whether it is from Indian company, foreign company, cooperative society, all dividends are taxable. See, if there was something special for cooperative society, I would have taught you, no? I simply explained dividend taxable. So when I am not going into the depth, so you should not apply extra brain. Dividend taxable. See, in the question they will put something or the extra to confuse you. But that's where I say don't go as per the sum, go as per our system. Our system is our theory which is taught. Then winnings from crossword, taxable winnings. Then he has let machinery, furniture and also building. See, whenever building plus other asset, it is composite rent. To Mr. Wagle, at a monthly rent, did you notice it is monthly rent? So you will have to multiply by 12. 72,000. And then expenditure you will minus. Okay, so this was a simple question. Just check the answer. Wait. Question number 5. Just have a glance over the solution. Done. Total should be 1 lakh. Total should be 1 lakh. Then question number 6. Question 6 was also simple. Do one thing in question 6. Do one thing. Circle the word interest. 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 And once you see interest income, gold bonds, POSBA, PPF, Sukanya. Gold bonds, POSBA, PPF, Sukanya. If it is from that, exempt, otherwise taxable. So see, first is interest on company deposit. It is not in GPS, so it will be taxable. Other is POSBA, exempt up to 3,500, 1015. 1015. I hope you know the section. See, you should remember the section. Remembering is the main thing. That is why, you might be wondering, every lecture I will be insisting, please revise and come. Because I know the subject and I know the CA course. And I know ultimately every problem solution is what? Keep remembering, revising, repeating. Doing one thing will never give you the degree of CA. Doing one time means 4 times you have to do all subjects. Then family pension after the death of Mr. Grewal, 2,500 per month. So here also standard deduction will come, 1/3 or 15,000. Tell me how you have done the presentation. Check the presentation properly. Have you shown like this? Family pension 30,000, less deduction 10,000, outer column 20,000. Then next was sorry. Interest on debenture, even that is taxable. Then income from mutual fund, even that is taxable. Tell me what about this purchase of shop? This is gift, theory of gift. Immovable property, low price. Because see, the value of the property is 70 lakhs and we paid only 65 lakhs. So it is immovable property, low price. And here you have to use the formula of 10% actual or 50,000, whichever is higher. But see, what is our pattern? First, find out the difference. Remember our method? Difference is 5 lakhs. Compare with the formula. That formula thing will give you 6,50,000. 10%. So compared to 6,50,000, our benefit is small. And if the benefit is shorter, means small, it will be exempt. So this will be exempt. See how I have written here. I have written in short only. Difference not more than 10%, that's why exempt. You show the working as I have taught you last lecture. Huh? HDV, actual price, difference, compare with that formula. You show in detail. I have written in short, difference not more than 10%, that's why tax free, exempt. Total should be 25,250. Getting? Then next question was question 7. In question 7 also do one thing. Circle the word interest, 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 interest. Okay, start. First point is income from units of UTI, taxable. Okay. Then interest, you have to search in GPS. Debenture interest doesn't fall in GPS, so taxable. Other is interest on deposit with bank. Even this doesn't fall in GPS, taxable. Then Hindustan Lever, even doesn't fall in GPS, taxable. Then life insurance policy, exempt, 1010D, amount column dash. Then interest on deposit certificate under gold monetization scheme. This is our gold bonds only, GPS G, exempt under 1015. This you will put dash. See, gold bonds were actually issued under the scheme called Gold Monetization Scheme 2015. See, beta, there is a printing mistake, sorry. This is not 2016. Huh? In actual life, this scheme came in 2015. See, every batch I have to update my book. Na? So, I have to ask my typist to increase all the years by one year. So, 2015 became 2016. Every year my book has to revise. You are coming to me for first time. I am teaching since so many years. So, even this year got changed, but this is 2015. Huh? So, this is exempt. And what about gift of 30,000 from X and Y? 30,000 each. Did you see the word each? So 30 plus 30 is 60,000, greater than 50,000, fully taxable. So just have a glance over the solution. Just look at the solution. Everything was taxable, only this life insurance amount and gold bonds. These were exempt. Then question number 8. Mr. Shenoy. Okay, forget, whatever. First point is dividend from foreign company. Now dividend income is taxable, but relating to dividend they have given some expense below here. So tell me what to do. In dividend income we can deduct only one expense, that is interest on loan, but that to maximum 20%. So dividend is 10,000, so 20% of that is 2,000. So maximum 2,000 you can minus, but our amount is 3,000. So 3,000 is within the limit or more? More. So more is not allowed. Limit means less is allowed. More not allowed. Up to a limit only. So tell me, from 10,000 how much you will minus? Only 2,000. Actually the interest was 3,000, but then actual amount is too much. There is a limit, and as per that only 2,000. See, whenever there is a limit, you can mentally make a formula whichever is lower. 20% or the actual figure, whichever is lower. That formula wise also it works. 20% was 2,000. Actual amount is 3,000. Whichever is lower, 2,000. Actually you don't need formula, you can apply your common sense. So see, dividend how I have shown, look at this in the solution. Inner column 10,000, less deduction under section 57, 2,000. And in the bracket, you have to show your knowledge. Huh? What was my knowledge? Maximum 20% of 10,000. So outer column 8,000. Then rest all points were simple. There was winnings from horse race. Okay. There was lottery winnings. And there was some expenditure also for winnings. Huh? But winnings expenses you have to ignore it. Okay. Then interest on public deposit. This was interest. Circle interest. Whenever interest, circle interest. Circle means you have to remember GPS, gold bonds, POSBA, PPF Sukanya. So it is not from gold bonds, POSBA, PPF Sukanya. So it will be taxable. Then dividend from cooperative society, any dividend taxable. So check the answer. These were the items in the statement. Total should be 1,12,000. Getting? All the questions are normal. Now the last question had some good point. Only one good point. Huh? But because of that point, many have not done only. And actually see, last question is kind of a master problem. In exam, you know what you have to do? No need to solve whole sums. Solve question 9. Then 10 and 11. See, 9 if you do, every point will be covered. And why 10 and 11? They are special questions on gift. You write somewhere, in exam solve only 9, 10, 11. It's enough. If you want to solve more, there is no restriction. Huh? You solve if you want to solve more. But if you have very less time, see these things, why I am asking you to write? Because after some time you will forget everything. So certain things you should jot down. In exam, solve only question 9, 10, 11. Because the question 9 will cover most of the points. Majority things are covered here. Read in question 9, first point. Do one thing, first point, circle interest. You know why I am asking you to circle interest? Because many times, you know, you start thinking Maharashtra government security, what to do? But forget that, see interest. Interest means GPS. If it is not in GPS, taxable. And this is not in GPS, taxable, 3,600. Then dividend from cooperative society, dividend, taxable. Then he has let out machinery and furniture on a monthly rent. Tell me, what is this? Is this composite rent? No. Composite means building plus other asset. There should be combination of building, a structure of 4 wall and a roof, plus other asset. Then it becomes a cocktail, composite rent. But if you find only other assets only other than building, then it is a rent of other assets. Doesn't make any difference. Rent will be taxable only. But when to say composite, if it is building plus other. But here what you are having? Only machinery, furniture. See, this way machinery, furniture, computer, etc., etc., let them give 100 assets. But if building is not involved, then it is not composite. You know why I am behind building? Because for building there is a separate head, income from house property. But these are all other assets. So tell me, monthly rent of 2,000, so multiply by 12. Do you notice this monthly and all that? So it is per month, so multiply by 12, 24,000, 24,000, okay. Then they have given expenses of repairs and depreciation. So see, in this question, you might have noticed the answer is coming to negative. See here. After you minus the expense, you are getting a negative answer. Let it be negative. It is called loss from other sources. In income tax, there is importance of losses also. See what government says, you know, look here, look, understand the sentence. To generate any income, you have to incur expense. So you minus your expense. And after minusing the expense, in net you have made a profit, pay the tax. But in net you have made a loss, you can set off the loss. Set off the loss means this loss you can adjust against other income. That facility is also given by government. There is one chapter which we will study at a later stage. Set off and carry forward of losses. In the index of the book you will notice, you don't have to see now, but there is one chapter called set off and carry forward of loss. There you will study whenever there is a loss what to do. So what to do? Adjust it with income. See, like this here, adjust means what? See, in this question you will find there was a loss in rental income. Why I am saying loss? Because I could get rent of only 24,000, but my expenses are too much. It happens. Like if I am running a coaching class, I am getting less fees from the students, but my expenses are too much. So that is a loss. And even losses are given importance by government, in the sense on loss you don't have to pay the tax, but that loss can be adjusted. And see how it will be adjusted. When you are going to total the outer column, automatically this negative figure will be minused. So this is called loss is set off. What did I use? Loss is set off. Set off means adjusted. Okay. So in case your answer comes to negative, keep it negative. But be careful, huh? It is only when you minus expense. See, losses come when there is an expenditure. Otherwise, see, many times you will come across minor children income. In minor children, tell me 1500 is the exemption, right? So tell me if my minor child income is only 200. There you don't do 200 minus 1500 negative. See, that is not expenditure. 1500 is the limit of exemption. So if my minor child's income is 400, 500, so it is within the limit of 1500, fully exempt. But this is exemption on expenses. Expenses, see, losses are generated because of expense. So if there is more expense, then you can show the loss. See why I am saying? Because some students become very mathematical. They think sir said that negative answer is allowed. So in minor children income also what they do, in case in the question it is 1000, they minus 1500 and there is a negative amount. But that negative thing is not allowed. That 1500 is not an expense. It is a limit up to which you are exempted. So in limits, if it is less, you have to restrict to less amount only. But this is not exemption, this is expense. And if it is more, minus more, show the loss. So mark this point as important. In the question book only do one thing, mark this important. In case see, on exam day you don't get much time. See this point only. No need to see the whole question also. See this point. Because you will notice the rest all points were normal. Huh? Now see next point. Rent from letting out building. Letting means giving on rent. Huh? Building at Andheri along with plant and machinery under composite lease. This is a composite rent, 4,000 per month. So into 12 how much? 48,000. Check the answer, 48,000. Expenditure was 39,500. Outer column 8,500. Getting? Then in the question there was royalty income. See here, royalty. What do you mean by gross royalty?
45,000.
Gross means before deducting the expense. But see what they have written. He is an author of the textbook which fetched him. Fetch means to earn. Which fetched him means which made him earn. How much? 45,000. But that is gross means they have not deducted the expense. And then they have given 3 expenses. And don't get into the details of the type of the expense. Expenses are there, deducted. Like there is some 2,400 salary paid to clerk for proofreading. You know what is proofreading? Means after the typing is done, we ask someone to check, is there any printing mistake? Like see, in my question book you saw there was one printing mistake. Gold monetization scheme. It was by mistake written 2016. But if I give it to proofreading, they will check the mistakes. So proofreading is a procedure in which the typed matter is checked by someone. But for that we have to give salary. So okay, it's an expense. So minus it. Then stationery expense, that also you minus. Telephone expense, that also you minus. Minus everything. So after you minus everything, your answer should be this much. 40,400. Okay. You should have done the homework. I am little bit sad today, huh? Because of few students not doing one or two sum in homework. It's okay. Then, what was the next thing? Family pension. This normal inner column you will write 30,000 less deduction under section 57, 1/3 and 15,000 which is less, so 1/3 is 10,000. Outer column 20,000. Then life insurance amount received exempt 1010D dash. Agriculture income from Gujarat, it is in India, exempt 10-1. Malaysia, foreign country, taxable. Then do one thing, circle interest. And the moment you see interest, you should start singing. Gold bonds, POSBA, PPF Sukanya, gold bonds, POSBA, PPF Sukanya. So check, first one is POSBA only. Exam up to 3,500. See, actually in the law they have written what you know, if there is a joint account in POSBA, then you will get exemption of 7,000. See, joint account means there are two account holders. You didn't listen, Manju, you didn't listen. POSBA, what was the limit? 3,500. But if it is a joint account, then 7,000 is the limit. Okay? Because joint account means there are two account holders. So obviously the limit will be double, 7,000. But in our question, if they don't say like Mr. Ram, he is a single account holder. So 3,500 will be exempt. So inner column 8,500 less 3,500, outer column 5,000. Then Canara Bank savings account taxable. PPF exempt under 1011. Then Infotech bonds taxable. Check the answer. These were the points at the end. What is the total? 161,300. So finally we complete the topic of income from other sources, okay, with sums. Now see here, as I said, in study material you will find some different things which if you match with our notes it will not match, but don't worry, some things will come at a later stage and some things are not important, but some will come at a later stage, okay. So you have to just rely on this notes only, just make this thorough, okay. Yes. Wait.